Today we are going to discuss about the exercise of perception of psychic colors, which is called as Leshya Dhyan. The word Leshya is a very typical concept of Indian philosophy, in which it has been recognized that colors are associated with our mind and our consciousness in a very, very effective way. On the basis of this concept of Leshya, the exercise of Leshya Dhyan, that is perception of psychic colors, is developed. In order to understand the basic idea, it is necessary first to know the concept of self and the body, and together with it how the self is affected by the body or the external material particles, and the vice versa. It is definite that the existence of the self and the existence of the matter are two separate entities. Self or consciousness or soul, or we may also call it as psyche. These belong to the world which is non-physical, whereas body belongs to a physical existence, the world of matter. We are acquainted with the world of matter, and therefore it is easy to conceive the nature of matter and the nature of material world, but it is rather difficult to understand the psychical world. But there is no doubt that both are interconnected with each other and both have influence on each other. We have already talked about the influence of karma on soul. In the philosophy of karma, it is believed that the karma are actually material particles, very, very minute and subtle particles. Actually, they are associated with the soul in the form of a very, very subtle body. The gross body, which we can see, we can experience, is something which belongs also to the material world. But the Karman body, that is the body composed of the karmic particles, is a very, very subtle body, minute body, and therefore we should know that our existence, that is the association of the soul with the body, is not only the association of the soul with the gross body, but it also includes the association of the soul with the subtle body. In the realm of subtleness, again we have a differentiation between another subtle body, which is Tejas body, which is the body responsible for our energy, and we may call also it as the cause of the bioelectrical phenomena of the body. That is also a subtle body, Tejas body. And the other body is Karman body, which is the association of the karmic particles with the soul. Tejas body is no doubt a subtle body, but Karman body is subtler than the Tejas body. So when we want to understand the concept of Lesha, we should remember that the gross body is at the gross level, the Tejas body, which is the body of energy, is at a subtle level, and the Karman body is at the subtlest level. Now, when we want to understand how our consciousness works, how our mind works, how our psyche works, we should understand that in every act of ourself there is involvement of all the three types of body: the gross body, the subtle body, and the subtlemost body. That is the physical body, the Tejas body, and the Karman body. It is believed that when any action takes place in the external world, any action that may take place, there is the association of our gross body with the external world. Through the gross body, we get the knowledge of the external world through the sensory nerves, and then the reaction goes on. So, in this way we know that the external world and the reactions of our body to the external world has a direct effect on the brain, on the nervous system, and through that there is the impact or effect on our self, which is lying in a very, very deeper state. There is again the conscious state, the subconscious state, and the unconscious state. Now, anything which happens within our consciousness at the deepest level, it will have its effect on the grosser level, and the ultimate effect will come to the grossest level of our physical body. In the physical body, we have three expressions for our activity, which we call as the activity of mind, the activity of speech, and the activity of body. That is physical organs or muscular activities, we may call them. All these three types of activities are ultimately nothing but the expressions of our subtlemost activities which take place in our own consciousness. At that level, there is association of the consciousness with the karmic bondage particles, karmic bound particles. This association in the subtlemost level create a kind of, say, an action, create an impact on our gross body through a certain process. Now let us understand this process. You can look at the chart before you and try to understand how the living organism, like human being, works in the realm of the physical world on account of the reactions which take place inside the consciousness at the very subtlemost layer. You can see that the soul or the psyche, and on the other hand we have the karmic sarir or karma sarir. Karman sarir also is another name, and another is tejas sarir. These are at the innermost level of our existence. There is always an interaction between the psyche and the bound karma particles at this level, that is the most subtle level. Whenever there is such interaction, there is a psychic radiation produced from the soul. The psychic radiation from the soul and the radiation from the karmic body and the tejas body in the form of kashai, which is translated as the patience. This kashai is the innermost effect of the karmic particles' influence on the soul, and that is in the form of radiation, which we call as kashai. Here the psychic radiation and kashai, both together, they intermingle with each other, and they then come out from the subtlemost level of our consciousness, and they take the form of adhyavasai, which we translate as our primal drives, our basic instincts. You may be knowing well about the instincts. We find that in all organisms there are certain basic instincts. These are, say for example, taking food, that is the instinctual activity, sleeping, having courtship or indulge in sexual intercourse, and also having the instinct of possessiveness and so on. These basic instincts are actually the characteristics of all living organisms. The consciousness, which is the main characteristic of the soul or the self, it is expressed through all these instincts in the form of activities which every day in our life we indulge in, and again new karmic particles are bound through those activities.